Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, play Slay the Spire. Kind of a disappointing run last time, but, oh, you know what? I forgot this son of a gun right here. Hello. Hi. How you doing? Need to move? No, this way. Okay, then you get a little low. I want to be centered in the frame. It's a long video, you know? I played a bunch on stream yesterday as the new character. I'm eager to put that into practice. Let's give it a shot. Definitely like rare card. Dude. Okay, I mean, I have to go lesson learned. It's a tough call. I think I played a lot with Unraveling yesterday, which plays all your cards left to right, which looks like right to left when I do it because of the mirroring, but I don't think it's that good. I think if you have a lot of energy and you can afford to choose what to play to a target that it needs to be targeted towards, and then play this at the end as like a finale almost, I think it's okay, but I don't think it's good for us right now. Vault I think is very good, but lesson learned, I mean, come on. 10 damage if it kills an enemy, upgrade a random card in your deck. It's just a really cool and fun mechanic, and it makes me want to fight every single one of these enemies. Really helps when you draw it on turn 1. And this should be a fun run. I really think this is one of the most fun cards that they've ever added to Slay the Spire. Okay, so let's think about this one. Honestly, I really like a crush joints. One thing I think that the Watcher struggles with slightly. Let's do this, actually. One thing I think the Watcher struggles with slightly is applying status effects. Obviously, like, there's no poison enabler. This will give us a bunch of extra energy, which I think is actually great here. There's no poison, except for potions, and, you know. You have to concern yourself a little bit with being able to apply, like, weakness to an enemy, for example. So I could kill you. I want that to be clear. I have lethal. I'm going to sacrifice our lethality on this turn to try to stall for lesson learned. I'm willing to pay that cost. Take a little damage to upgrade a card. We're going to heal at the end of the first floor anyway, so this damage should be inconsequential. I really like Empty Fist. I really like Deceive Reality. And I kind of like Swivel, honestly. 11 block and a free attack. I think Deceive Reality is a little better right now. But we'll see. Dude, I was just going to say I love it. When you can just one-hit KO an enemy. This gets retained, which makes it even better, obviously. But I think lesson learned early is just, like, comically good. Like, it's so insanely easy to use it early on. Our deck could be, like, fully upgraded pretty easily. I really like follow-up as well, actually. The way I've chosen to look at follow-up is that it's like a, it's like if you're in Wrath, you can use it just to get closer to lethal. And I guess, like, in a broad sense, everything you do in this game is an attempt to get closer to lethal. But, like, do you get what I mean? Hold on, this would definitely not kill you. So let's play both of these. But, you know, it extends your ability to kill an enemy faster and thus get to that level of lethality, if that makes any sense at all. So we'll just play it pretty slow here. I don't mind taking a little bit of damage to get to lesson learned. I think this run, without being, without making it seem like it's too easy, the lead is almost a little buried on this one, if it makes sense. Wait, that's the opposite of what I mean. The lead is obvious. All we need to do is play lesson learned as much as possible and add good cards. I do like Protect. I think I'll take it. I don't think we necessarily need more defense, but I think that it's not an imprudent addition. Let's put it that way. So yeah, and dude, you might be asking, by the way. We won't be able to attack next turn. I think we should just not enter Wrath and then stall for as many turns as we have to in order to actually play Lesson Learned. So the idea is, you know, just play that. And I think I will enter Vigilance just to give us more energy. And also, we should have done that differently because now it's going to take us even longer to draw Lesson Learned because the deck's not shuffled. Well, it'll take a little bit longer to shuffle, I should say. But anyway, you get the idea. This time, I will take 1 to stall for Lesson Learned. That does not bother me. And we got it. And it hit Protect, which is very good. I don't really think we need any of these right now. Empty Mind is nice as a combo piece to kind of get out of it, but definitely upgrade Lesson Learned. We're playing a lot. When I say get out of it, I mean get out of calm state. Really, on this floor, I'm kind of just relishing having the opportunity to fight a lot of little minions. I don't really want to fight elites as much because I don't think our deck is unsuited to fight them. But I feel like every time we don't go, this is interesting. I do kind of like Foreign Influence. Let's add it to the deck. It'll be a little weird here. I'm like, I don't really care what we upgrade too much because we're upgrading so much. But what I was going to say is every time we don't fight a basic minion, I feel like we're leaving a little bit of opportunity out there. So you always want to draw Lesson Learned ASAP. Deal 11 damage, enter Wrath. I think I'd rather just have an Endless Agony for free. I will level with you. I don't actually know if Foreign Influence, even upgraded, is any good. It's just kind of funny. And I'm willing to bet the farm on humor here. I'll take 1 damage and say, why save Miracle though? Like, it's not like you carry it into another fight. It was 1 damage we didn't need to lose. I don't think we need it yet. Now, you know, I'm entertaining the idea now, as ridiculous as it might seem, that the actual right play for us is to, like, upgrade our whole deck and then remove Lesson Learned. Give me a 0 cost attack, thank you. Remove Lesson Learned at our earliest convenience. I would also love to, like, get to the point where it's not exhausted. I don't know how we can make that happen outside of an Exhume, which would require a Prism as a relic, but... do I still like Crush Joints? I mean, I do. Has our other Crush Joints been upgraded? Yes. Yes, it has. So we do kind of want to hit a shop to get this curse out of our deck, but... I mean, the run has been so good, I've barely noticed that there's been a curse in our deck. So we're super gonna want energy. I think it might not seem like the best use of a potion, but I think it's pretty okay. AoE wouldn't be the worst thing. We've made it through our previous AoE situations basically just as a result of potions. So having something that does damage to everybody, it does seem pretty useful. So let's could have made them vulnerable, but you know, we're kind of in that sweet position right now where we don't need to. We're also in a really good position. Oh, you're gonna die, dude. It's the first time we're not gonna be able to use Lesson Learned. That hurts. Deus Ex Machina. You draw this card, add 2. We don't need the extra energy. I don't think we need a lot of that, actually. Anyway, what I was gonna say is, we would love to have more damage, like, for sure. However, we'll probably kill the boss mostly by virtue of just having bronze scales. So I just want you not to die to bronze scales so that I can kill you myself with Lesson Learned. We've actually got to slow ourselves down here so we don't screw ourselves. We should be able to get you. We just gotta draw it. Ah, it hurts. Okay, draw wisdom. Ah, an attempt was made. Still got him. I don't think we need a stance potion. I think a second follow-up is probably fine, but we also want, like, more... We want more draw in the deck, I think. So what should be upgraded? I really don't know that it matters, but I think Deceive Reality we're probably playing the most right now. So let's go Strength up early. Now, in this fight, Lesson Learned is really not worth very much. Really, all we need to do is block. Probably a decent turn to pop a Swift Potion. I really like Deceive Reality. Safety. I'll Crush Joints. I will play a Miracle just to make sure we don't take damage. Not that it's necessary, but hey, if we win, or even if we lose, more score equals faster unlocks. So, what do we want in the deck? I mean, 20 damage is pretty good. But I think Empty Fist is pretty... Because this exhausts, you know? And it would take our whole turn. So I think this is actually... It gives us an opportunity to finally use a stance. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I think having the opportunity to enter and exit calm would be pretty nice. So we'll play it very simple here. Just keep kicking the vulnerability down, and I think we got a really good spot. I feel bad, and it's irrational. But I really do feel bad about this run. Because I kind of, and this is very naive of me. But I think of myself like, hey, I want to do these runs so that people will know how to play this character. They'll gain a little insight, despite the fact that I kind of suck. I'd really like to kill you with Lesson Learned. This only does 11 damage. We might as well draw then to try to draw through our deck ASAP. This is a bit of a reach for us, but if we can shuffle fast enough, it might be possible. Okay, you just really want to draw it on this turn. Oh, he's dead anyway? Yeah, we didn't get it. That's okay. But I'm like, there's no actionable advice here except get Lesson Learned and play it early. I really like Judgment. Hard counters a lot of enemies. You know, the birds get destroyed by it. The weird orb that puts up a bunch of shield gets destroyed by it. Sometimes it'll be unplayable. That's just the cost of doing business. Dude, to be honest with you, I think we can totally take Fusion Hammer and just don't, you know, don't forget to use Lesson Learned. And I'm kind of still in the same boat. Like, how many unupgraded cards do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not hard. Let's fight some basic enemies. Alright, so we really would love to use Lesson Learned. It's unlikely to work on this turn. So let's try something a little bit like this. And how about a little... I'm like... Huh? And this would do 6. And this would do... This would actually do 9. So it wouldn't kill you. We have no block in hand, which is pretty frustrating. You think it would double his damage? It hurts. I don't like that. I want to be clear. I was doing that under duress. Oh, I love that, though. So we drew a Judgment, which we love. The only way we're going to get to play a Lesson Learned here is to stall. Because as soon as one of you attacks again, like, it's all over for us. So I thought we're probably not going to get there. Let's just accept it. Let's kill these guys ASAP. There's one way we could get there. We're not going to get there. Or are we? We're not going to get there. Just ice him. It's okay. You don't have to play Lesson Learned every single time. I do think Empty Fist is worth adding. We tested it out with the Foreign Influence last time, and it felt pretty nice. Honestly, why not just Protect, Strike? I think one thing I have to get better about is maybe just accepting that sometimes it will be okay to get into the Wrath stance, even if you end up taking damage. And if that gets you to a faster lethal, that's probably worth the cost of doing business. So Vigilance, Empty Fist is just... It's like the play. I really think Dagger Spray... If we can't put up block, we might as well just lethal you. I really like Talk to the Hand. So we're adding a few cards to the deck, which is admittedly dangerous. Of course, we do want Lesson Learned to work. We can probably stall and make it work on this guy. This would be a great turn to hit you very hard. I think I'd rather Clothesline. Even though, I mean, it is expensive, don't get me wrong. But we get that for free. Let's put a safety in hand just for the future. We're probably not going to be able to kill you if we draw it this turn. And we didn't, thankfully. You're only doing 7 damage, which is very small. We can exit stance. Strike. Strike. Safety. Might be able to get you this turn if we don't draw exclusively dazes. So Eruption, Lesson Learned. This will put you at 22, and this will do 26. So it took us a while, but we finally got there. And it upgraded Judgment, which extends its range, which is pretty nice. I actually do think Bowling Bash is better than I've previously given it credit for. It's a minimum of 10 damage. But I'm worried. Here's the thing. We've added a lot of attacks recently, but one of these attacks blocks damage for us persistently. And where am I going here? Deceive Reality is basically like a block that gives blocks. We could probably afford to add it. It also actually, I think I am going to take it. It's pre-upgraded. It helps us a lot with elite fights if we choose to do elite fights on this floor, which we may not, but so be it. So, let's gain block, put Wisdom in hand, play Wisdom, see what you get. Not much. Probably following this, you would just play Protect. And I will spend the energy to play Conclude. Might as well start getting them low. Even if they are going to heal. So 12 block is, or 12 damage is nothing. Start with Foreign Influence. I think Bowling Bash is very strong here. Then Crush Joints works really well. And, you know, you can see the value of it right here. Now we just want Lesson Learned, plus the ability to enter Wrath. Which I don't think is gonna happen. You're only doing 8 damage. I'm unperturbed. We'll hope to stall to make Lesson Learned work here. Obviously, it's easy to kill you. We just want to keep you in range of Lesson Learned. And this is textbook right here. At some point, he's going to choose to attack, then we might have a hard decision. But I'm like, okay, Deceive Reality. I don't think we need to do it in this order, but Crush Joints, Lesson Learned. Easy. Empty Fist. As soon as it's added, it's upgraded. Even better. I think a pre-upgraded Deceive Reality is very good. So our strategy is working out like real well, just to begin with. I'd just like to block, I think, so let's do this. And I think you're gonna probably get judgmented. I think I'll still hit you like that. I don't want you to buff him with too much strength, you know, or buff yourself, I guess, with too much strength. So I will Lesson Learn you. If we're gonna Lesson Learned, we might want to Bowling Bash early. While there's still 2 enemies. And I mean, he's gonna hit me. There's not a whole heck of a lot we can do about that. I would like to play 2 attacks while his armor's down. And our block potion has done wonders for us here. And I was just going to say, you're in judgment range. Dude, this is by far, like, the safest and best run we've ever had here. I feel like we got a 24-card deck that you could do anything with. Like, we admittedly, we have one major struggle, and that's going to be big enemies. Like, enemies with 200 HP are going to be a lot harder for us to get around. Let's just keep Sands of Time in our hand. I think it's a good get there. If only we could retain this. So I think we'll just put a safety in hand, because things are about to get a little ugly. We could use a way to maybe scale strength to kill bosses. Is kind of, I guess, where I'm at. You're doing 21 damage. Well, not a big problem. You're getting into judgment range. Lesson learned would also be nice. Don't get me wrong. Empty fist. Follow up. So you're in judgment range. Let's deceive and continue to add the safety. Because it gives us a lot more leeway, obviously. So now I gotta crunch the numbers. This is a tougher one. I'm like, if I play safety and then crush joints, you'll be at 14 with 3 block. And then this will do... What's 9 plus vulnerability? 14 is, with 3 block? I don't know about that one. All this being said, I think we can, like, literally kill you. I think, let's pop a strength potion. And that strength potion literally got us there, so that feels right. I'm just gonna tell you. Alpha into beta into omega is a very interesting way to deal with the fact that we have a little bit of a damage problem right now. And it's fun. But it's very expensive. I think we can do it. I think we can make it happen. And I'll admit, you know, we are taking pretty safe paths up here. I can't believe, like, we finally got rid of our first curse. The only thing I'll say about this run right now is look at the energy relics we have. Or, sorry, just look at the relics we have. We're so low. Because we haven't fought any elites. And it's been working. So we love Talk to the Hand. Vigilance, and then hope for a way to maybe exit the stance. We should have bowling bashed you. That's my bad. We only have 1 defend. That's okay. Lesson learned. I think we'll use it just to... I was going to say to put you closer to judgment range, but it doesn't really make sense. But I've already done it now, so... Anyway, we just wanted to kill him, and we got there. I actually think, I was just going to say, I really do want fasting. Artifacts seem very valuable. They have been pretty negative, or it's been pretty negative for us so far. When enemies can hit us with a big debuff, it really sets us back, so... Oh. Okay, so lesson learned, we're totally primed for it right now. You just gotta draw an attack off of this that costs 0. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Maybe there was a way to make that happen, but... Speed Potion is super nice. Because of the fact that it allows us to, I will fight you. Because of the fact that it allows us, with fasting, to get out ahead of, basically we can get 5 decks out of it, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to put some finesse on the conversation for no reason. So you're dead. I would still really like to kill you, and I think this is the way to make it happen. 24 damage, 19 damage. It's just a beautiful turn. Great use of a potion, bowling bash immediately proving, you know, worthwhile. I can't believe you're gonna hit me. Never mind. Okay. I don't see a need to mess with this right now. We got like the highest quality deck we've ever had. You're doing 6 damage. Oh, because you're weak now. That's right. I wanna like exit this stance, which is not gonna be possible. Play this. I think you'll crush joints. Lesson learned is not gonna get there. Play a... Oh, but this would give us 2 energy. I think I'm okay with that. Yes, we will get hit for 14 damage. But please keep in mind, we have to rest. I don't think we're gonna get you, but we're gonna be close. What I was gonna say is we have to rest before the boss fight. Or we could, whatever it's called, we could get the relic, but it's a relic that's useless for us. So again, I don't see a big need to add anything. I do hate this guy. I'll also tell you in the interest of full disclosure, I know I've been going to the bathroom a lot. I've been consuming, you know? We'll take a bathroom break after this floor because the runs are getting a little long, and I don't want to have my thought process compromised. It's better than holding it. Hey, didn't you watch Liar Liar? Let's start with a vigilance. Do a quick miracle. Then like a talk to the hand. Follow up. Got our energy back. I want a cheap attack. We didn't get one. We'll play a defend, which takes us to 10. We'll hit you again, which will take us to 12. We're taking a little bit of damage, but again, completely irrelevant when you remember we have to rest before the boss fight regardless. So we definitely want to get wisdom. Oh, you gotta love that. Basically, we want lesson learned this turn, although we are rendered weak, so maybe we don't want it this turn. We would like to exit stance. Can I get you? Ah, okay. We're good. We'll rest. Are you... Oh, you're the guy who summons minions, which is just beautiful for us. So, dude, we have to play Alpha early. It's so good. Talk to the hand will save us over the rest of combat. Might as well pop this as well. If we can get Omega out there by like turn 5 or something, it's probably over anyway. For 1 energy to ice one of those guys is obviously really good. Let's take no damage. I don't really care that much about entering calm. Fasting is important, but we probably don't need... I don't think we need to play the speed potion here, is what I was going to say. So we take 8 damage. Really not a big deal at all. We do want beta out there, and we'll probably draw it next turn. We don't want to draw it this turn because we don't have energy. So don't... I mean, play a Deceive Reality and get a safety, and then just hit him once, I think. Once Omega's out there, this fight's over, though. And this is basically the whole reason we added it. Come on. So we won't draw it this turn either. Unless... No such luck. It's okay, we'll draw it this turn. We still can't be touched, I think. I guess that's right, it's on the bottom of the draw pile. So what did I expect, right? We'll play safety, and it's gonna hurt, but these guys are all gonna be dead next turn. And this guy's gonna be like 3 turns away from death. Let's get rid of an empty fist for now. Really, we want to block like crazy. He has to hit us for... I mean, he's literally dead because he's not attacking this turn. So, like, we can get funky with it, but it doesn't matter. All right, let's make our decisions. Then I'm going to take, like, a 60-second bathroom break here. So I really, really like Judgment. I really, really like Wish. Wish is a combo piece. Is there anything we'd like to play twice? Obviously, 2 Omegas is pretty good. Actually, you know what? This requires a little bit more thought. I'm gonna hit you with the music while I go away. See you in a moment. Also, there's no music. See you in a moment with music. This song is called Arpy. It's royalty free, but pretty good. I'll be back to before it's over, so you won't even hear the end. Taking it low. I'm on the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, I can't get it out of my head, dude. It's the perfect Robin remix. It's not a Robin remix, but it feels like a Robin remix. We're back. So I still haven't made a decision here, by the way. Ragnarok is 50 damage in Wrath. Are we going to be in Wrath that much? I don't think so. I kind of like the idea of having a second Judgment in here, but that is 2 useless cards sometimes. I think we can make it work, though. And Wish, like, it doesn't have much to combo off of. Everybody wants to say, oh, Wish, if you combo Wish into Omega, then yeah. Yeah, but, like, where's the energy coming from? I think Judgment is more cost-efficient for us right now. And I think we will just go Slaver's Collar. So we get 5 extra energy on Elites and the boss. So probably the boss. Anyway, I'm stoked we at least have 1 Omega. Because that's going to be fantastic. Now I'm like, do we want to fight Elites? Our strat has been working so, like, unbelievably well for us, you know? So I'm hesitant to switch off of it. Let me see here. 9 damage, plus 8 damage, plus 13 damage. 9, 8, 13. Beautiful. And then a Judgment is a free kill. Dude, this is maybe... I'll go ahead and say it, alright? I ain't afraid who knows it. I don't just think this is maybe, like, the best deck we've had as... Oh, I'm so dumb. The best deck we've had as the Watcher. I think this might be one of the most fun and simultaneously safest runs we've ever had. Why am I not playing anything? I'm just stalling until Judgment shows up again. We don't need any of this. Like, I have had a great time with this run. It's been insanely overpowered. And as far as I'm concerned, that rules. Save the Miracle as long as you can, I think. Oh, you have to love it. Legally speaking. We don't really care too much about any of this other stuff. I think we're fine. Really, we want enemies in Judgment range and in Lesson Learned range, and then kill them. Those are the only 2 things that we got going on. So, I do kind of like Eruption exit stance, all of a sudden we're taking 27 damage. It's a lot, but it's not that much. You're so close to judgment range. Unfortunately, you will never get to judgment range. 914. Oh my god, so lucky. Because you're gonna be dead. I'm a little stunned we didn't draw 2 judgments. 12, it's 25 damage. We can't really lesson learn to anybody. So to be honest, I know I'm drawing 2 judgments next turn. So I'm like, I mean, you're done. You're done. You're done, bud. We might as well play alpha. And now we'll just stall until we get lesson learned for you. Nothing, I really, without being like cocky, I don't know how we're supposed to lose on this run. Like, especially, Donu Deka is probably like the ultimate boss for us to fight. Can we do 24 damage? Yes. All we gotta do is kill you next turn. And we got 2 judgments coming, I think. Apparently not. I'm like, Eruption Strike? I don't think we gotcha. So, oh, but the lesson learned, it didn't count, did it? Yeah. That's fine. I'm a little dumb sometimes. It's not atypical. My judgments, please. Don't play conclude first. That's my takeaway message here. That being said, this is a really hard one to like enable. Lesson learned. These guys have always been a little touchy. I mean, we sort of feel like we should go to the shop, right? We haven't been to one at all. So, what do you want to do? I mean, like, removing basic strikes, even though upgraded, still strikes me as a good idea when we have this much money. Probably should buy a membership card, but Bottled Tornado, we don't need it if we get an upgraded alpha. So I think give me Bottled Tornado and just toss me Fasting right out of the gate. And, I mean, we still should have bought this, but, like, whatever. I like Melange, but I think maybe we'll go, and see what we got from our previous, or our next shop, I should say. Let's remove an unupgraded Defend. You've upgraded Eruption. What's going on in our next shop? We can duplicate a card. I wouldn't mind, I mean, our duplicates are, like, pretty weak, to be honest. Unless you want just a staggering amount of artifact early, but I don't know. Maybe we don't even care about duplicating a card at this point. I think we'll maybe just remove another... At this point, we could probably afford to remove a basic Defend and then maybe keep going. Okay, it's our first elite fight. 38 minutes into the episode. So, yes... Yes. Yes. I think we should draw. Like, keep turn 1 going here as long as possible. Probably take an attack potion as well. Vault isn't that necessary, unfortunately. For this turn. It's a decent turn 1 for sure. Love to see the turn 2 as well. We'll go Vigilance first and see. That's good. So we'll exit. Judgment is obviously useless. Talk to the hand. Give me a Deceive Reality just to give us more gas in the future. It was an okay turn 2, and then we really want to draw Omega on this turn via Wisdom. We didn't play Beta first. That's a bit yikesable on my part. I apologize. You know what? Hit me with this headbutt real quick just to give us something, and then, sure, yeah, we're taking a little bit of damage, but it's okay. It is okay. I'm dumb, but it is still okay. Hit me with the wisdom. Should have empty fisted you for sure. Are we on 1 or 0? We're on 1. Okay, so you're gonna start hitting pretty hard. I do hate that Omega was still at the bottom, but this is kind of what we deserve for being a little stupid. At this point, play protect, play safety. You might as well hit him with one of these, but you're basically just stalling for time at this point. We got him. Meat on the bone is pretty perfect right now. We'll obviously veer left here. This is a perfect bowling bash judgment fight. So of course we drew none of them right off the bat. I'm just joking. I'm not actually bitter. Well, not too bitter. You gotta go. But we don't have a thick deck, so we're gonna get there. We're gonna draw a judgment or something capable of killing you pretty early. In all likelihood. I'm just gonna let you burn yourself out on this one. You take 1 damage. With meat on the bone, I'm very unconcerned. It wouldn't be an NL video without the occasional mistake, you know? Really? You should get hit for 3? 30, I should say. You should get... Oh, but you... I see the point now. I see the point and I see the problem. But we should have... Okay, never mind, we're good. Sorry, I got lost in my own head temporarily. What are we waiting on here? Well, like some blocks would be nice. Just throwing that out there. We don't need the beta, omega, alpha, etc., etc. There you go. Just ice. Back to 40 HP. Dude, a second talk to the hand I think is totally fine. I think it will also purge enemy artifacts, which is pretty important on Donu Deka. And like just like that, I feel like we're back on the horse again. We don't mind AoE. The only time we mind it is when we never draw judgments. But really, we just want to get all these guys into judgment range. Or at least 1 or 2 of them into judgment range. So we'll kill you last, maybe. So we want you to have the talk to the hand. And let's just put up a safety just in case. We should be in a pretty great spot here. Now that we've drawn judgment, I'm like, what are you talking about, kill this guy last? Obviously, he's toasted. It's not the upgraded judgment. It's free. Play it. Okay, we got 2 energy. 26 damage. I can live with it. At least judgment doesn't exhaust, but it's still obviously just a bad play. And we just want to hit the crap out of you. You might be saying, by the way, NL, you're talking a big game about this Omega, and yet you're never playing it. That's because it's not very good right now. However, against Donu Deka, it's gonna destroy. It helps that it's actually innate as well right now. We can get it out a lot faster. Speaking of which, it's gonna be important. Dude, I hope I don't seem discontented, because I'm very much enjoying this run. Honestly, hit me with the rebound protect. I know it sounds weird, and I'll use miracle just to put a safety in hand. We're kind of just stalling until we get Omega here anyway. This has been one of the most fun runs that I think I've played as this character so far. In fact, I think it might be the most fun run. So follow-up's free. We want some blocks. Thankfully got it. Thankfully got it. We know we're drawing Omega next turn. Shouldn't have played that. We had the block anyway. There's Omega, so that gets out there. Now you're on one heck of a turn timer. We get 6 block every time we hit you, which is real solid. Probably not gonna enter... the Wrath state. We'll take 16 damage. It's okay. It's not good. You should be dead next turn. Now, does it still do 50? Yes. It doesn't get affected by vulnerability. Fair enough. Should have milled for lesson learned. I'll admit clarity does seem interesting here to just mill our deck down to its most basic central tenets, but honestly, I will still talk to the hand, yeah, although we're gonna take some damage. Honestly, like, I do feel bad about taking the damage, but we do have meat on the bone. As long as we don't die before the boss, we have to rest on the boss fight as well. Like, it's not that bad. So I would really like to be able to block. Hold on. I think you go defend, miracle, crush joints, judgment. You don't even have to play this yet. You're doing a little damage. That's cute. I will tell you, I think I need more block. I think I underrated the amount of block I require, and I now regret it. But it is what it is. If we get the opportunity to add more blocks to the deck, I'd be a very happy man. So we could kill you, but we just want lesson learned next turn. Beautiful. And it upgraded our judgment, which will honestly save us a lot of trouble. I don't think we need another fasting. I will... You know what? Why not choose the best potions? I love a duplicate... I don't think we need any of these other ones. I love a duplication potion, and an entropic brew is really solid as well. So, hit me with an alpha. Hit me with a fasting. Might as well try a 1 energy attack here. Actually, really like uppercut. Especially upgraded. 12 damage. Not a problem. Just call it right there. I am interested to see how the boss fight goes. That's the only thing I'll say right now is like... everything has worked so far to a relatively decent degree, but you never know what's coming our way. It's gonna take a lot to get Donu and Deka under... Yes. Under 40 HP. 40 HP or under, I guess I should say. But this should be a good attempt. We really want to play fasting early. Follow it up with this. Do we want to duplicate anything here? Duplicating Alpha is a bit of a waste, I think. I'd much rather save duplicate for Omega. So maybe we won't drink Entropic Brew right off the bat. And we definitely want to get you. So we're definitely going to play Alpha. And then let's start with a Scry. And to be honest, I think we want to get rid of everything but Beta. That way, next turn... I mean, we're going to draw it anyway. But it gets us to Omega faster, which is pretty much our win condition. So... seems very sane to me. So we're going to play Beta. And you're hitting me quite hard. You can at least get rid of your final artifact there. Honestly, I think I will Entropic Brew, and I was hoping for a skill potion. This is extremely nice. But the skills we got were not that good. It's at least some block. And we can weaken you. We're stalling, basically. We're going to hit a point where we play Omega, and then all we have to do is play blocks to win. Because you have the debuff right now, or no ability to stop this, we're going to hit you with Talk to the Hand twice. 2 of these. Thank God for having 5 extra decks. All we need is a Deceive Reality this turn, and we got there. So it's Deceive Reality, Wisdom, play Omega, but duplicate first. Now these guys are going to start taking 100 damage per turn. We win. We win. We don't need to play Miracle this turn. All right, and that puts a cap on it, which is this is a very, very fun run. If anything, I'm just a little embarrassed that it ever got as spicy as it did. But these guys are absolutely toast. Very fun run, and pretty safe. If we can't kill them this turn, we might as well just put up maximum block and let them burn themselves out. All right, very cool, very relic poor run that I had a great time with. I hope you guys did as well, in spite of the bathroom break. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. We got a long way to go to that final unlock, and I'll see you next time. See ya!